Hi, beautiful people. It's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is simply just going to be a PSA about hypertension or high blood pressure, a public service announcement, okay? So I just wanted to say this because over the past, frequently, I do see people in the ER with elevated blood pressures. Sometimes they're a little high, maybe like in the 140s. And sometimes they're super high, like 190s, 200s, like really crazy. Okay. And I just wanted to make this PSA because people, when they look at hypertension, a lot of people, based on how they're talking about it, feel like hypertension is just an innocent condition where it's kind of like, I can just fly under the radar as long as I don't have any symptoms like headache. I hear people, say a lot like, well, I knew my blood pressure was high because I had a headache or I had XYZ symptom. But the thing is, you have the elevated blood pressure all the time, especially if you're not taking your medications. So, and another thing is, if you're on blood pressure medications, you still have high blood pressure. The condition, your pressure may not be high because it's being well controlled because you're on medications, but you still have the actual condition until you no longer need medication and you don't have high blood pressure when you're off the medications. So back to people who have high blood pressure and they are doing nothing about it because they feel fine. So I just want to let you know, first of all, if you didn't know, high blood pressure is a risk factor for several other conditions that are much worse, like heart attack and heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, and kidney failure. Depending on how bad it is, you can have blindness, you can have all kind of other dysfunction, like in organ dysfunction, as a result of having high blood pressure. And the thing is that people don't realize, like, I'm sure if you've ever had nasal congestion where your nose is stuffy and then you're blowing your nose, and you start to feel this pressure in your head and it feels horrible, or pressure anywhere in your body and it's horrible, it feels so uncomfortable. That same pressure sensation, feeling like something's either pressing in on your head or your head's gonna explode, think of that for your blood vessels, because high blood pressure is literally the pressure of the vessels in your body. Those vessels are very important because they're carrying blood to your heart, to your brain, to your kidneys, to your skin, to every organ in your body. And if you can just imagine your poor little arteries as a balloon, right? We're just making an analogy here, but imagine your little arteries like a balloon and you just continue to add pressure. What does a balloon do? It continues to blow up, size gets bigger and larger and larger. But because the tension and the pressure on the wall of the balloon continues to get very high for the walls of the balloons, eventually that balloon is going to pop, okay? And in, for instance, a brain bleed, some little vessel or a big vessel, who knows, has popped secondary to high blood pressure. That is a thing, okay? Intracranial hemorrhage secondary to elevated blood pressure, okay? Uncontrolled for several years. And the thing about the body is an amazing thing. So when a person starts to develop hypertension, there is something called autoregulation, where the body over time, it notices like, hey, this pressure has been high for a little bit. We're going to have to step up our game and figure out how to survive at this new elevated pressure. And as time goes on, it creeps up and up and up and up. And the body keeps compensating and compensating and compensating. The pressure is still continuing to go up. And that is not a good thing. But you don't feel it because there's been so much auto-regulation going on that you think everything is fine. And when something like a brain bleed happens and the person in an instant becomes a vegetable because their brain is pretty much taken over by blood, that's something where, it truly is the silent killer. Hypertension is the silent killer because people totally, you ever heard that saying, put some respect on my name? People are not putting respect on hypertension. People are not giving it the attention that it deserves, the respect that it deserves, and the awareness, and even they're not taking care of it the way that they should because they don't respect hypertension. Oh, everybody in my family has hypertension. Or, I've had hypertension since I, however old, and all these other phrases that I continue to hear. Oh, all black people have hypertension, or all minorities have hypertension. I've heard groups of people say this, and I'm not saying, about other people. I'm saying I've heard, and now Leo wants to get in on the action. I've heard people say things where they're pretty much making it, they're trying to normalize the fact that they or their entire family or all their friends or everyone they know has hypertension. Okay, yeah, everyone you know may have hypertension, but what I'm saying is when you don't control your hypertension, whether it be, and I'm not saying, push pills on you. If you don't want to do pills, in fact, you got to do diet and exercise. Okay, you got to do something to get that hypertension in check, but do something because hypertension is a silent killer and it will lead to brain bleeds, strokes, kidney failure, heart attacks and heart disease, heart failure, pulmonary hypertension. The list goes on, okay? And what comes at the end of those is death. So what I'm saying is put some respect on his name, okay? Start managing your blood pressure. Start checking your blood pressure, first of all. Start going to the doctor. Start taking care of your body. Eat healthy. Be active, move. You don't have to go to the gym every day. Just do something to where you can keep your body in good shape, okay? Usually we throw out the number for blood pressure, 120/80 being a good normal blood pressure. But if you see your blood pressure creeping up and up and up, especially like I said, the top numbers getting 140s through 200s, that's not good. That is the pumping phase of your heart. The bottom number especially shouldn't be high because that is the relaxation phase of your heart. And like I said, 120/80. So if your bottom number is creeping up above 80 into the 100s, that literally means your heart is not getting to relax like it should when it's supposed to be relaxing. So it's all the time stressed, okay? So I wanted this video to be short, but at the same time, like I said, I wanted to give hypertension the respect that it deserves because it literally is out here killing people in these streets, okay? And other places. But what I'm saying is hypertension is a silent killer. If you have it, first of all, get evaluated, see if you do have it, take your blood pressure, go to the doctor, get your blood pressure taken, see if you do have it and get it under control, either with diet and exercise. And if that is not working, because maybe genetically you just predisposition, maybe you do need to add medications, but definitely start eating healthy, start moving, start exercising, get some weight off if you're overweight. Get some weight off. Even 10 pounds will have a dramatic effect on your blood pressure. So I just wanted to put that information out there so that you all can be equipped with some knowledge that you can do something with, okay? And then, use that to get yourself on the road to a better you without hypertension, or at least with well-controlled hypertension. So if you learned anything in this video, put some comments and like this video. If you have any questions about hypertension or anything I said in this video, put your questions in the comment section below. Also, if you have any topic requests for future Wonderful Wednesdays, just like how I just did this one about hypertension, because like I said, I've been kind of seeing it back to back to back, or hearing it from people in my non-clinical settings where they're saying these crazy things about how hypertension doesn't really matter. I needed to make this video. So if you have any requests for any type of medical topic, you can put that in the comment section below as well. But please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this with a friend, and thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.